Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia, on Warrinjoy, Woiwurrung traditional land for the final game of the evening, Game 6 tonight, Game 12 of the program overall here at the CCM National Women's Tournament at iceHQ. And this is the battle between the West Coast Honeybadgers, who had a huge day yesterday. They travelled from Perth and then played 2 games against the Brisbane Drop Bears. Brisbane Drop Bears, this will be their 3rd game for the tournament. They played 1 today and 1 yesterday. The Honeybadgers played 2 yesterday. So this will be the 3rd game at the moment. At the moment on the ladder, the Furies, the Reds and the Honeybadgers all tied on top. Lizards, Drop Bears and Stingrays 3rd, 4th and 5th, 6th and 7th, 4th, 5th and 6th respectively. So this is an important game for both of these two teams. Drop Bears want to get up into contention and the Honeybadgers would like to end up on top of the ladder if they can. Face off taken and run away. Antil now just deflected the puck into the corner. It's shoveled back by Zucks. And now the Drop Bears just fluffing the pass there a little bit through Marshall. Couldn't quite get onto it cleanly. And it's brought back up the sideboards there by Phipps. And now the short bench too for the Honeybadgers as the referee has a hand up for a trip. And as soon as the Honeybadgers touch the puck, it's going to stop. They pull the goalie, the Drop Bears, to get an extra player on the ice. But the puck is played out of the net there by Parker, and we have our first penalty, and it's going to be on 33, who's not showing up on the system at the moment. We'll have that very shortly. It's just the scoring system just catching up with reality. Shouldn't take too much longer. And that's Maddie Antil who'll be sitting that one. Referee there, Lucy Parrington, who should be no stranger to any of you who are familiar with ice hockey in this country. One of the great legends here refereeing. She's been refereeing all afternoon. Just a little bit of confusion there by the referees with regards to the power play as the Drop Bears load up. Just a little bit casual on their changes. They've got a short bench, just 6 on it. Pretty much a full bench though for the Honeybadgers. It is late on a Friday night. Desjardins with a bit of a chance, didn't take it, passed it across instead, puts a puck up to Williams, who has been superb. Williams winds, shoots through traffic, it deflects high. And it looks like that may have crashed into one of the Honeybadgers players and would have stung somewhat. Certainly seen some good play throughout the tournament by Millie Williams, has been very effective for the Badgers. Gets another chance now, Williams gets onto the forehand, elects to go cross ice instead. Nice tick lift there though, the pass was across to Phipps, but it wouldn't quite go as the Honeybadgers shut that one down. Keeping the puck in though on the boards was Marshall, who has 2 digs at it. And we're going to have another penalty, and this time it's a high stick. It looks like it might be another one of the Honeybadgers, so we're going to have 5-on-3 for a little while. And this is where the Drop Bears would like this to happen quickly, as heading over is Parker into the box for a high stick. So for a brief period of time, around about 40 seconds or so, the Drop Bears will have a 5-on-3 advantage. And you can just see there the Honeybadgers just taking their time on the change, because that just runs the clock down a little bit. They've just got the 3 on, 5-on-3, the advantage to Williams. Now goes across to pick it up for the Drop Bears, saunters in, goes across high, finds Marshall. Marshall goes across ice. 30 seconds to go on the 5-on-3 advantage. Shot fired, but a body got in the way, and you'll see the Honeybadgers here doing a great job of a triangle defence. And now we're going to get a reversal on the penalty, and this time it's going to be on the Honeybadgers, so when they touch the puck, it will stop. So the penalty box getting a little bit cosy. This looks like Marshall will be escorted over to sit 2. On the drop of the puck, Antil will be back on. It'll be 4-on-4 for about a minute and a quarter. And then it'll be 5-on-4 in favour of the Honeybadgers, depending on what happens with goals being scored. But certainly on the drop of the puck, Antil will be straight back onto the ice. If she's smart, she'll be straight back into the game, get behind the play and perhaps be disruptive. In the end of the penalty, Antil comes back out, but ignores the game and goes straight over for a change, even though there's a move coming by the Drop Bears. But it's okay. That's how they want to play it. Puck goes into the corner and it'll be chased there by Urquhart, but offside the call. And 45 seconds to go on the Parker penalty, 1 minute and 37 on the Marshall penalty. So busy little period for the scoreboard for the penalty box attendants. with 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the period. No goals scored and no shots on the net. So far it's been all penalty action. Nothing malicious, but a couple of high sticks and so forth. That will do it. As now the Badgers look to clear it out. We are 4-on-4 briefly. Shot fired in by McNabb, but that wouldn't quite go. McNabb's been great through this tournament. Goes deep into the corner for the Honeybadgers. McNabb floating around high, looking to try and be an offensive threat. 5 seconds to go on the Parker penalty. She'll be back on, it'll be 5-on-4. But it doesn't matter because Marshall will be back out on the ice just as Parker came on. And the Honeybadgers have scored, arguably on the power play. Was the goal scored just as Parker came back on the ice or not? Hopefully we'll see this one from the top down as well. Honeybadgers with the first goal of the game. And we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Just a bit of a loose puck and just tucking it in and away there. Looked like it was Danny Zucks from the top down. And they're doing a great job of getting that puck in and just being in the right place at the right time. Driving now, Tara Phipps pushed into the corner. Parker was in the way. Parker rims the puck around the net, looking for Nab and finds her. Nab skating up, but is going to not get there before it gets to the Drop Airs defence. Shot fired across the front of the net, went past everyone, deep into the corner. Looking now to get the puck out of the zone. The Drop Airs puck fired, but went across the front. Watching it harmlessly sail past Courtney Christian for the Drop Airs in the net. It's pushed back in though by Edwards, and it goes deep into the corner. Going now to pick it up. It was close there between two Badgers players, between two Drop Bears players. Will get there eventually. They cleared the puck out, but it comes up now, and it is Edwards who has it. He circles around under pressure, gets around the first bit, but is beaten to the second one and caught offside. Referee right on that one, maybe not aware of it, but was awfully close to an offside there by the Drop Bears. But no call on that one as Desjardins tried to fire the puck in, but that wouldn't quite go either way. But it's pushed out now and picked up by Louise McNabb, who has a little bit of room. Pushed wide, gets onto the backhand, fires across the front, but the save made by Courtney Christian. Was pushed wide there on that effort. Was Edwards. Oh, sorry, that was Louise McNabb. It's been a long day, and the numbers are hard to see from here. But regardless, that's my problem, not yours. The puck deep in the corner now as the Honeybadgers look to create a scoring opportunity and get another one with that 1 goal lead they've got early on from the power play, arguably. Puck goes across into the high slot. Honeybadgers look to clear it out. So Drop Airs clear it out, and it's on the stick of Phipps. Phipps pushed in the corner, takes a shot through traffic, had a screen there from the Honeybadgers defence. Left the puck behind there, did Phipps. Puck kept in though on the point by Williams. Superb throughout the tournament, Williams. So one of the players of the tournament so far. Arguably the player of the tournament. Certainly been very strong, but coming back now the other way, it's McNabb who would have a case to say about that one as well. Gets onto the forehand, winds, went a little bit wide. Trying to get a tip maybe, but certainly a stick pressure stopped that one going in cleanly as now Williams gets clear, gets around some pressure, gets onto the forehand, backhand, chips backwards and forwards. Save made Watson in the net with a beauty. Game saving one there by Watson as they chip away behind the net. Williams floating around high but being watched closely there by Taylor as the puck is fought for behind the net. Now the Honeybadgers look to break it out. They go cross ice out of the zone. They get away with it this time. Not quite able to pinch on it fast enough was Marshall as the puck is pushed deep into the corner. And Marshall rubs off the puck, the Honeybadgers player, but Marshall's going to get another penalty on that one. That'll be 2 for an interference. A close call that one on whether or not it was contesting the puck or not. Marshall not very happy about that one, claiming she didn't make any contact. But we were there the beneficiary of the penalty. And as a result, the Honeybadgers will go up for a 5-on-4 for 2 or less as Marshall sits. There's a little bit of a tanty in the box as well. Perhaps justifiable, but regardless, trying to clear the puck out there. Williams couldn't get onto it. It's behind the net now, and the Drop Bears will look to clear the puck out of the zone. They're on the penalty kill. Maybe they've forgotten. As Zhang circles around with it. Doesn't perhaps realise that it's on a penalty kill. And it will be picked up and flung back in there by Mikowski. It's in deep. A shot fired across the front and saved there nicely by the goaltender there in Christian. But the Drop Bears managed to clear the puck out of the zone as the Honeybadgers try and drive it back in. Cycling around with deep pressure, putting pressure on there is Olofsson doing a good job on the forecheck. And the Honeybadgers end up with the puck, but they can't quite keep it in the zone, or maybe they do. That was borderline as Coe tried to keep that one in. Drop Bears now clearing the puck out as Olofsson battles on the boards, but is beaten out of it by Zhang. But now with 2-on-1, it's Bibby Clark who gets onto the forehand, goes wide, takes a shot, bounces off the front of the goaltender, and the Drop Bears will clear it out of the zone. 44 seconds to go on the Marshall penalty as the Honeybadgers go behind the net, rim it around, looking to get the puck across to Clark. We're going to have another penalty. And this time, the referee's being very strict on contact this time around, and this time heading over to the box is Sinead Parker. We'll be sitting 2. Marshall with 20 seconds to go, and then the Drop Bears will be up with a numerical advantage for 2 minutes, or who knows the way this one's going. Maybe we'll have a 3-on-3 at some point. Certainly the referee is calling everything. So for the moment it's 4-on-4. Marshall will be back on just about on the drop of the puck and straight behind the play. Marshall is out into the game. Integrates into the game though, wisely as the puck is flung on. But Watson makes the save. Marshall will go off now and get the change. 1 minute and 40 seconds to go on the Parker penalty. She'll be sitting for that much time. The Drop Bears with the advantage. They'll be trying to get the puck up to Williams, no doubt, to see if she can fire that cannon. It's been effective. As the Drop Bears look to do something, saying not quite sure exactly what she's doing. Certainly a lot of puck handling, but not interested in passing the puck, and is dispossessed by McNabb.
Good job, Tilly.
Woods now circled it around, tried to get something handy up, but couldn't get it cleanly to Phipps. Phipps being pressed, has to beat the pressure. McNabb was handcuffed by it a little bit as well. And Urquhart tried to get a backhander across. It comes across now. Williams, who winds, fires. It hit something and it would have hurt, but it got through, but not to the net, far away. Williams with another chance, fires a big cannon. It's loose. The big juicy rebound is there. That's 2 big shots from Williams. It's been fired in. Neither of them made them through cleanly to the goalie, but certainly the second one, a really good scoring opportunity. Now the West Australians clear the puck out behind the back of the net. They're still on the penalty kill for another 30 seconds on the Parker penalty. Williams fired in and across, trying to make a connection. Another chance now for the Brisbane team. So they put the puck into the slot. It's loose, it's trouble, but it gets out and it's cleared, and Woods will have to go back and pick it up. So too, racing back is Williams. Just 16 seconds to go now on the Parker penalty. As the Drop Bears look to play the puck up. Williams gets past 1 and 2, gets onto a forehand, wraps around, tried to go 5-hole, but shutting the gap there was Eleanor Watson, and we're back to 5-on-5. Hockey Parker straight back into the game. Stays onside, goes into the slot. Parker just loses the puck behind her though, and it's picked up and swept away by the Drop Bears. Good play though, Parker, integrating straight back into the game after the penalty. That's what you should be doing. As the Drop Bears look to clear the puck out of the zone against the Honeybadgers, as McNabb just pushes it back in. Battling on the half-boards there with Desjardins, but the Drop Bears in the end clear the puck out of the zone. Now McNabb gets a bit of room. Pinching in was Williams, who drove it out. And now a little bit of time and space is taken by Urquhart, but loses it. Taylor now with the puck, plays a puck up looking for Antle. Antle rubbed off into the corner as they battle just on the blue line, and bodies falling all over the place, but no hand up this time by the referees. Are letting it go. And Zhang, puck handling a lot, looking to maybe pass, but no, pushed off into the corner. In the end, takes a shot, but it goes around behind the back of the net. Picked up now by the West Australian team, and that is none other than Louise McNabb with a bit of space, but leaves the puck behind, had space, gets a shot away. It's a tumbling, awkward bounce, but it ends up being nicely covered up there by Courtney Christian in the net for the Drop Bears with 40 seconds to go in the first. Honeybadgers 1 from 5, the Drop Bears none from 3 in a game that certainly had its fair share of penalties. And we will get a very brief stanza of play before this period is over. As the Drop Bears play the puck around the back of the net, just pinching in, trying to keep the puck in, but now they break away the Drop Bears, and that's on the stick. Shot from a distance goes wide. It was fired in nicely, but the slap shot always gives the goalie plenty of warning that it's coming. Now coming back the other way is 3-on-1. Pinching in and taking care of that, though, just doing that nicely was Zhang. And the period will end. The siren has blown, but maybe not everyone's heard it. We'll blow it again just for good measure. And at the end of the first, the Honeybadgers 1 from 5. And that was Danny Zucks who got that one. They did a good job of just picking up a rebound there from Kay Brewer, who was the one who flung the puck in on the net. Sinead Parker with 2 minutes in the penalty box. Maddie Antle with 2 minutes in the penalty box. And for the Drop Bears, April Marshall with 2 minutes in the penalty box. And we also had, I think that was around about it, but at one point there was a 5-on-3, but only briefly for the Drop Bears. Yeah, Millie Williams' big cannon has been exercised on a couple of occasions, certainly putting the Eleanor Watson to the test. And there'll be a few bruises from the Honeybadgers from blocking it, getting in the way. I don't think any of them got cleanly through to Watson. Maybe one did at the end of the power play. But regardless, if you get a bit of a chance to Millie Williams in a bit of space, that thing is going to come in at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And certainly put some serious pressure on the defence of the West Coast Honeybadgers. 2 periods to go, 30 minutes of hockey till the end of this evening. It is 11:40 p.m. here in Melbourne. Watching from Perth, we've got a couple of hours on us. Brisbane, you've got a time zone on us. We've got daylight savings here in Melbourne. So it was a beautiful day, but of course now it's dark outside and quite cool too for this time of year, but we'll take that. All rugged up inside the rink. We're basically inside of a big fridge. That's why it's icy, and I know that's kind of obvious, but regardless, we're about to get underway in the second. Lining up to take the face off is Urquhart and Maddie Antle. As Lucy Parrington gets them underway, drops the puck, face off one this time by the Drop Bears. It's played up the ice by Marshall. Didn't get anywhere particularly useful. Marshall now with an opportunity to put the puck down the board. She's caught on the half boards, battling away, but Antle putting pressure on her. Antle loses a stick in the process. Sorry, no, that was Taylor, and the puck is put in deep. Save made though, and a nice catch by Watson. As the Honeybadgers get a change. It's been a long tournament for them so far. 2 games and a lot of travelling yesterday. Today would have been a welcome chance for them to get a bit of rest. Hopefully they've got a bit of a sleep in. Maybe the other teams would set up an AC/DC concert outside their motel room just to upset them a bit. Just caught offside though, but not enforced was Parker. It's picked up now by Bobby Clark, who gets round one. Leaves the puck a little bit wide though, and it ended up on Heronstick, who tried to clear it. Clark steals it back though, goes around the back, looks for a wraparound. It's not going to happen. Pushed out of the way by Williams. Shot fired in by Nab. It's loose, but then it isn't, and it is saved by Courtney Christian, who made that one a no-goal situation. A nice little chance there in the slot for the West Australians, who wave their hands around looking for a penalty. Don't worry, the referees are watching the game. You don't need to appeal for it. This isn't soccer. The puck is loose there in the slot, but eventually it is swallowed up by Courtney Christian, and we will have face-off in the defensive zone now for the Drop Bears. Second period, they're going the long way from their benches. It's a hard one for changes. As the West Australians try to fling the puck across, but it was deflected high. Picking now, Zucks tries to fire it in. It went high and wide, bounced off the body. And the Drop Bears will clear the puck out of the zone, but not cleanly. It's flung back in, got past the stick of Zhang. And And now the drop bears will have to reset. Just leaving the puck behind, a little bit careless with it. Sang now has the puck, circles around, gets the puck out of the zone. Does like to puck handle a lot, Sang. That would be the understatement of the tournament, I think. But the puck now in the corner. It goes behind the net. Sang will now pick it up, but is dispossessed by the West Australian defence as they break the puck out. But they only get it as far back as the top of the defensive zone, handing it off. Flinging it wide was Brebayer. But dispossessed was Woods. Coming in now is McNabb, who gets around the front, diving to keep the puck out of the way, Courtney. And the puck now behind the net. The Brisbane team looking to clear the puck out of the zone if they can. They try to shovel it clear, but it's stuck. Trying to get it out there was Desjardins, but it couldn't quite go. Couldn't get it cleanly. Another chance now. Chips it up the boards. Nicely done. And racing away, though, to clean it up will be Coe. Coe gets there first. No icing the call. Looks around looking for options. Hasn't got too much going. Plays it up the boards. Not a bad choice. But the drop airs will keep it in. But now coming back the other way with some speed is Brewer, but she's pushed into the corner. Goes across the front. Stick save made. It's a nice poke by Courtney. Christian Courtney, that is. Courtney Christian will get there eventually. And the puck now behind the net. Brewer puts it across the front. It's loose and dangerous in the slot. Shot was fired in there. I think that was Olofsson who had the chance. Couldn't quite finish it off. It was a great chance, though. Just a little bit casual with the puck there. The drop airs as they get the puck out of the zone. I think that was Heron. And now the other way come the Honeybadgers. They've got a 1-goal lead. They'd like to get another one. 11 minutes to play in the second. Just having to go back and pick it up in a hurry. Getting onto it quickly there, Nab. It's in the corner. Nab has Parker in the slot. Can't get it there. Parker loses the puck in possession. And it's picked up and flung out by Lazaro. Now back the other way, but winning the race to the puck with a lot of speed was Forward. Forward goes around the back and then it clears it up. There's a lot on it, but that's not going to go for icing. It hit a foot. Not sure whose foot it was. Maybe Williams as it comes back in. And a forecheck compression now by Matilda now. Just taking the boards away, the Badgers. They do that nicely. Into the corner now. Parker comes in to help out. Puck behind the net. Picked up Williams. Has a bit of time. Gets around a first bit of pressure. Gets around two. Has room. He's got two in front, but a desperate back check there. Bobby Clark, who took the puck away and drove it into the edge. Nice play by her. She saw the threat coming and knew that had to be stopped. Now it's Marshall. Marshall just manages to keep the puck in, but an awkward bounce. It bobbles out back the other way, and Williams has it. Williams circles around, looks for an option, tried to find and did Lazaro, but not cleanly. Now coming back the other way, Bobby Clark. Bobby Clark gets onto the forehand, leaves it behind, tried to put it onto the stick of Parker. Parker lost it. And now the other way with speed is Urquhart. Urquhart gets around two, pushes the puck through, just overpowered the stick there of Savitas. But in the end, it's brought out once again by the West Australian team. And they drive it in deep. Williams will go back and get it. No icing the call. Putting pressure on Williams is Antle. But it's behind the net. And the Brisbane team will clear the puck out onto the stick of Lazaro, who's been quite effective, a young player. Playing well beyond her years. And it's now just shoveling it backwards and trying to make something constructive out of that was Heron. Not a particular amount on it, but she's well positioned. Heron now drifts into the slot, but runs into the pressure being applied by Savitas, who says, "You're not partying here, not on my watch." And here come the Honeybadgers once more, out of the zone through traffic. Connecting pass made to Antle. Antle will have to go in. Williams gets there first. And Williams just casually taps it past. Doesn't get it past, so the forecheck there of McNabb, who got there first. McNabb with another chance, tried to hook it around. It's in loose in the slot. Williams gets there and clears it out. Shovels it off the backhand, goes cross, but gets away with it this time, and it ends up on the stick of Phipps. Phipps goes back across to the offside Sonia Zhang. That's an offside caused by coming on by going on the ice through the gate instead of over the boards. So a skill there that a few of these players can work on. Just waiting for the gate to be closed there for the Honeybadgers. Face off this time won by the Bears, but it goes into the deep corner for the Badgers. They play behind the net, being pressured though by Desjardins. Can't clear the puck out now. Phipps has it. Phipps battles, but it's picked up and cleared out in the end by Olofsson. Olsen doesn't get it out of the zone though, close, but not quite. Has to go back and get it now, and that's Edwards. Edwards goes behind the net with a little bit of room. Just gets past Desjardins. Desjardins steals it though in the process as they go into the corner. And they battle away. Now it's behind the net. And it's going to be Parker who tries to clear it out. And it's just chipped up the boards and just makes it now a 2-on-1 for the Honeybadgers. Lucy in the slot, Brewer, but it goes behind. They just try and put it back into the slot. Floating around high there was I'm not exactly sure who was floating around high, but they get a shot in the end. It just dribbles just a little bit wide there of Courtney Christian, who had a pad down as Brewer circles around behind the net. Gets the puck across. Olofsson tried to do something constructive. They wrap, but there's a goaltender in the way who shuts that one down, and that is Courtney Christian once more. 7 minutes to go in the second. 1 goal to lead to the Honeybadgers. Drop Bears are 1-1. Honeybadgers are 1-1 as well, but one was a draw and one was a loss. And this time the face-off won by the Badgers, but coming in and firing the cannon, it's low and hard, was Jess Forward. She fired it hard, a nice one-timer. Courtney Christian managed to get down in time and shut it. It was a good chance. You'll see this one, a lovely one-timer. A little bit lucky there, I think. The drop Bears that Bree Byer didn't get a stick on it. It might have just deflected through and been an own goal. That would have been a bad one. Sometimes you just want to get out of the way and let the goalie make the save, especially from that sort of distance. Easy to say with the benefit of hindsight, but out they come now. It's Nab who gets the puck out. Sorry, who was forced to get the puck out. They're trying to clear the puck, but pressure now coming from Phipps. Phipps goes into the corner. He's got players in the slot there. And the other Phipps, there's 2 of them. And they battle in the slot, but it's cleared out, and now the Honeybadgers get it. And it's onto the stick there of Nab, but can't get it out of the zone, can't get it into the zone clearly. And back come the drop Bears. That's Phipps who flings it in, Michaela. And now the Honeybadgers in their defensive zone chip it up the boards, and they find Nab. Nab's beaten to the puck though by Marshall, who dumped it in, but he's dispossessed, and it's Bibby now who clears it off the boards and tries to chip it in past Desjardins. Just chipping the puck calmly up the boards there was Phipps, but they lose possession and it's gone in deep, and the Badgers will come back the other way. This time Urquhart flings it across ice. The Badgers runs into the stick there, the skate, sorry, of Jodie Taylor. And it's a little bit of neutral zone chaos. And Sonia Zhang circling around. Hangs onto the puck for about half an hour or so, but eventually gives it away. Zhang still circling, eventually makes a pass. And the puck is flung up the ice for the drop Bears. And Desjardins will try and get a shot, but is robbed of the puck. But there's a penalty, and it's going to be on the Honeybadgers as soon as they touch up. Didn't see exactly what it was for, perhaps a little bit of vigorous contact. And heading over to sit 2 is Yasmin Desjardins. So the Honeybadgers will have the power play for 2 minutes with 4 minutes to go in the second. Desjardins will be sitting 2 for this one, or possibly less. Honeybadgers 1 goal so far to Zucks, assisted by Brewer. So they get the attacking face-off, the Honeybadgers. They shoot the puck straight away from the face-off, not a bad choice. It's a difficult place to score from. The defence is organised and structured at that point, but we'll get a reset. Quite often you'll see a centre turn this one into a shot, and so Bobby Clark moves in to take the face-off on the forehand. Tries to shovel it in, create the scoring opportunity from the initial face-off. Didn't quite go, but worth a try. This time they fire the cannon, and Clark has another go, flings it in. Not sure that Courtney saw that one coming, but got in the way of it regardless. And now the puck is cleared all the way down the other end. Watson with the puck just stops it. And the Badgers will break it out. 1:22 to go on the Desjardins penalty, as it's flung in, looking for Clark to try and pick it up. Blasting through Parker, but Williams bashes it forth with just sheer force of will and muscle. And the puck is brought out of the zone, and the Badgers will reload. But flinging it in on the net, not technically a shot, it went wide. Michaela Phipps had a chance, just flung it wide. Just under a minute now to go on the Desjardins penalty. And the Honeybadgers look to get another chance on the net as Bobby Clark races around, gets knocked over for a trouble, and we're going to get another penalty. And this time it's going to be 5-on-3 briefly against Drop Bears. And this time it's going to be on Millie Williams, who will be sitting too. So there'll be a crowded penalty box briefly. The Honeybadgers would like to get this organised quickly so they can maximise their time on the 5-on-3, but it's going to not really pan out that well for them. They're only going to get about 10 seconds of 5-on-3 by the time the puck is dropped, maybe 20 if they're lucky. They do get 20 seconds of it. Williams sitting 2. But it's going to be an extended penalty regardless. It comes up high. Coe manages to keep it in. Pressure coming out to her was applied there by Lazaro. Now the puck behind the net, and it's picked up by the Badgers. They're going to have 5-on-4 now in just a couple of seconds. Desjardins back on the ice. He integrates back into the game to join the penalty kill. Shot flung across the front there by McNabb. Just went a little bit wide, perhaps looking for a tip in. Nice work by Phipps, who got in the way. As they all scramble in front of the net, and in the end, Courtney Christian gets a glove on the top of it, stops the play, but the clock doesn't stop, and Williams will have under a minute to go on the penalty by the time the puck is actually dropped. Honeybadgers have not been able to score yet on this power play. Sucks with the only goal so far of the game. They did a great job of just finishing it off. And we have 55 seconds to go on the Williams penalty. That's the player that the Drop Bears would desperately like to not have in the box on a penalty kill, but they've got to stay out of it. Sucks now is just dispossessed by Marshall, who got across and took it by surprise. And now it's on the stick of Jess Ford, who chips it in. Doesn't go anywhere particularly useful. And now the Drop Bears will clear the puck all the way down the other end and force the Honeybadgers to reload and rearm. 35 seconds to go in the period, 25 seconds to go on the Williams penalty. So she'll be back on with about 10 seconds to go in the game. Just being pushed wide was forward. Not too much longer to go, just 10 seconds to go on the Williams penalty now as the Badgers through Zucks shovel it back in. They're running out of time to get some more shots away. Zucks keeps it in again. Has a bit of room now, Zucks. Was pushed in the corner, gets onto the forehand and lobs it, looking for a tip. It's loose. Shot was fired. Very nearly a goal there for the Badgers, but it wouldn't quite go. It's loose again in the slot. More chances. Puck bobbling around as bodies are flying around all over the place. The puck is still stuck in the slot. About 18 players involved in the scrum. Not able to get on top of it, Christian. But in the end, the Siren is the one that won that one. And at the end of the second, it's a 1-goal lead to the Honeybadgers. 15 shots on them, just the 4 shots on the net for the Drop Bears. Penalties, the winner at the moment, Sinead Parker with 4 minutes in the box for the Honeybadgers, at least certainly as our scoring system is seeing it. Desjardins and Williams and Marshall with 2 as they rack up some penalty minutes. At the moment, the leading penalty minute holder in the competition is Tess Wilkinson with 8 minutes. Or at least that's how it was earlier today. Everyone was expecting some more exciting penalty action from, in particular, the Central Coast. The most famous player there for penalties, Annie Bartlett, but Annie just being a little bit gentle. He's recovering from some injury issues he's had early in the season. 1 period, 15 minutes to go in this one. Can the Drop Bears get a goal and square it up? If the score stays as it is, we will have stop time with the remaining minute of the game. There will be no overtime in this one. You will either get a draw or a win. When we get to the finals on Sunday, that will change. We will have overtime, where it will be 5 minutes of 3-on-3 sudden death and then penalty shootouts. The standard way of those things being conducted. But at the moment, no. In the regular rounds, you get a win or you get a draw or you get a loss. Draw, you get to share the points. Badgers would like to get this one. If they do win this one, it'll propel them to the top of the ladder, both on win percentage and points. Shifty Lizards, the only other team. Sorry, the Shifty Lizards and the Stingrays, the other teams with 3 games apiece. At the end of this game, The Honeybadgers will be on 3, and so too the Drop Bears. Something weird going on with the timing system, perhaps waiting for the Badgers to get themselves organised. Puck dropped. If you snooze, you lose would be the expression there, as Antle was a bit slow getting on the ice. Marshall now looks up ice, has a little bit of room, pushes the puck up, manages to find the stick of Phipps, but caught offside. It looked like it might have been Sonia Zhang who might have just been caught offside. The usual face-off being taken there. Louise McNabb taking it for the Honeybadgers, facing off against Michaela Phipps. Phipps winning that one. Zhang now with the puck. Has to pause, holds up, circles, holds the puck again. Not a huge fan of passing Zhang. And in the end is dispossessed. You could kind of see that one coming. Well, her teammates were all desperately calling for her to pass to her, to get a pass away. So Edwards hooks it off the backhand and sends it all the way back in, but only as far as Williams, who clears it out of the zone. And that's now on the stick of Tara Phipps, who goes into the corner, but is dispossessed by the back check of the Honeybadgers. They clear the puck out of the zone. Jas Williams charges in and says, I'll have that one. Thank you very much. No penalty on that. It was a contesting the puck. Williams goes across to put pressure on Antle. Antle with a nice little toe drag. Didn't get it past the stick check, though, of Marshall, who read that nicely. Marshall puts it up the boards, has a little bit of room, gets onto the forehand, tries to get a pass, tries to get a shot away, but is dispossessed. Just took one step too many. Goes across, though, to fish it out, and now comes back with speed. But the pass is fired across to Brewer, who has room, gets onto the forehand, shoots, bounces awkwardly off Williams into the corner. And here come the Drop Bears again. They want to get a goal in a hurry, and I think Williams is on a mission. Gets the puck. Offside the West Australians as Williams passes it up, finds the stick of Phipps. Phipps tried to chip it across, but was dispossessed there, so nice work by Ash Taylor. And now just pushing in, just trapped offside briefly, but they sorted out now. Desjardins was trapped. The puck fired on the net. It was shot in by Phipps, but the whistle has blown. So that was Marshall, who might not have heard the whistle blow. 12 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the third period of the sixth game of the day. It's been a long one here at iceHQ, but we live, breathe, eat and sleep hockey. And we'll certainly be sleeping hockey later tonight when we all get home for a good night's sleep. Shot fired through, but didn't make it all the way through there. And that was Desjardins who tried to get it in. Turning around on the backhand there, Brenda Heron. And puck will go back down towards the net. Winning the race, though, to it, Jess Ford, who skates around, puts the puck up the boards wisely, chipping it out. But it's going to go for icing. No, the referee is calling icing. Crosses the line, and the Badgers will be called back. Not allowed to get a change. They want one. You can see them trying to get one. But the referees are there saying, not this time. And they'll be brought back. The Drop Bears can get a change if they want it. The Honeybadgers cannot. Face off this time won by the Badgers. Nicely there by Clark. Got a bit of room now, gets clear. One to beat, gets around it, gets onto the forehand, backhand, Deeks shoots. Save made. And the puck will be stopped there. Nice work there. Courtney Christian once more in the net for the Drop Bears, keeping them in it. You see here, Clark goes, tries to go over the glove side, but the pad is down and it shuts down. Maybe just went a little bit too late on the shot. Closed down that angle and gave the goaltender less net to have to worry about. It was under good defensive pressure. There was an aggressive back check coming back there by the Drop Bears, which made that a very challenging situation. 11 minutes to play. One goal the lead. Still anyone's game. As the Drop Bears look to get some movement. They skate all the way up, but it's picked off. Pass went across to no one in particular. Now it's on the stick now of Louise McNabb. Wines gets a shot away. Kick save made by Christian. Now back the other way. Here come the Drop Bears, but there's three chasing back in a hurry. The shot is just blocked off, but they score. The back check not enough. Goal there scored. Kara Urquhart gets her first one of the tournament. A lovely break. A lot of back checking pressure. There was 4 Honeybadgers desperately trying to get the stick up and get it out of the way, but it wasn't enough. And it got past Watson. You see this one on the top down. Not much of a gap there at all. It might have just tinkled the corner of the net on the way in. Finest of gaps there, but Watson deprived of the shutout, and we are 1-1 with just under 10 minutes to play. Beautiful play there indeed by, I think it was Urquhart. Now we go back the other way. The Honeybadgers pretty keen to make amends for that one. They've outshot Drop Bears 3-1, but the one that matters is the one that gets through, and now it's Phipps with a bit of a chance, who tries to line it up, winds. Not much on it, it's just a little bit of a dribble. It doesn't get out of the zone though. And now the Drop Bears shove it into the corner. Going in to pick it up is Coe. Coe pressured, but has a little bit of room. Tries to chip it up the boards, runs out of room, tried to carry the puck just a little bit too far. And now here come the Honeybadgers on the stick there of Olofsson. Olofsson deprived of it. It's Taylor in the corner who tried to put the puck into the slot, but Williams was there. The whistle blows. And we're going to get an interference call. And this time it's on Tara Phipps, who will be sitting too. No, it's not on Phipps. It's on Sonia Zhang, who's sitting too for interference. He's perhaps not quite sure what it was for. And so with just under 9 minutes to play, we're all tied up at 1 goal apiece. Save made by Christensen. So by Christian. As the shot was fired in from the face-off, they will reset. 1 minute and 40 seconds to go on the Zhang penalty. Face-off this time won by the Drop Bears behind the net. They've got to get the puck out of the zone and turn it around. I think at this point in time they'd probably be happy with the draw based on the shots on the net. Everyone fanned on that one and left the puck behind. It goes all the way down to Moe. As Watson comes out and hesitates a little bit. It's picked up by Savitas. Savitas being pressed tightly there by Michaela Phipps. Michaela just managing to keep the puck on the boards, but here comes Pippi Clark. No, I tell a lie. Not Clark, that's just charging in hard, trying to deal with that Marshall who battles. Marshall trying to find the puck, and there's going to be another penalty. No, they're calling out an offside. Marshall has engaged the fierce mode. He's just trying to chip the puck through. Winning the face-off there was Phipps, but not cleanly enough. And now it's Bobby Clark who has it. Clark goes down the side. They're on the power play at the moment, the Honeybadgers. We wouldn't have known it from the last 20 seconds. 40 seconds to go on the Zhang penalty. Now it comes up high and it'll be flung in by Jess Ford, who tried to put the puck into the slot. It made it, but there was bodies in the way. The Honeybadgers now reset. And just put it back into the corner. Bodies in the way though for the Drop Bears, and they get away. This time it's onto the stick of Phipps. Michaela, who shoveled it in. Behind the net, no, and it's picked up by Savitas. Savitas clears it out, not cleanly though. They can't get it out of the zone. As they battle away on the half boards. Just 8 seconds to go on the Zhang penalty. As the Honeybadgers look now to bring it out. It's onto the stick of Parker. Parker dumps it, tries to get a change and does. Fresh legs for the West Australians, or at least mostly, and we have a high sticking penalty this time. Six minutes and 30 seconds to go on the drop of the puck. No, I tell a lie, they've actually, it happened afterwards, so Zhang back on the ice now. No penalty on that one, it's just a high stick. So they're playing the high stick but didn't make contact with anyone. So it's a high sticking infraction, but it's not a penalty. Honeybadgers looking to put the puck into the slot. Williams is there battling for it. So to a gaggle of black and gold jerseys. The puck comes out to the half boards, shoveling it back in. Zucks, who got a backhander on. Couldn't get it cleanly through to the net. Turning and winding was Brewer, who tried to get a shot away as the Drop Bears try to clear the puck out of the zone. Floating around high, looking for it. Getting through is Williams, but leaves the puck behind on this occasion. Doesn't go for a change, does go for a change. A little bit slow on it as the Honeybadgers a little bit slow there getting on the ice. One of the important skills is knowing how to jump over the boards. Otherwise you end up with a traffic jam at the gate, and that's exactly what happened then. Just playing the puck up ice there nicely was Woods. Gets onto the stick of Urquhart. Urquhart gets onto the forehand, tries to get a wind up, shoots. It just goes wide. Watson saw that one cleanly passed. Had time there too. Urquhart could have possibly aimed that one just a smidge better, but it's easy to say when you're not under pressure. Coming back the other way now, Olofsson is pushed off the puck by Urquhart, making amends for that one. And with 5 minutes now to go into the CCM final 5 of the game and the evening, and the puck will be dumped all the way down and will go for an icing. Drop Bears trying to get a change, but Lucy Parrington is there and saying, back you get, please. No changes for you. It's a late night and everyone's tired. You would have really liked that change, but that's the penalty for icing, as you are brought back and enforced to stay on the ice. 1 goal apiece. The Drop Bears being outshot 3-1 by the Badgers, 18 shots to 6. The maths is simple, but the one that counts is the one that got through. And we are 1-1 with 4.5 minutes to go. Here come the Drop Bears with a little bit of speed, but the puck stolen from them by the back-checking Louise McNabb, who has been desperately effective throughout this game. Just not rewarded on the scoreboard. Taylor now manages to get the puck out. Turns around looking for some help. Doesn't have any. Forecheck comes through onto the Drop Bears. Not effectively, though, as Michaela Phipps has to try and get the puck out and can't. And it's stolen from her by McNabb. McNabb tried to get the puck across, but it's broken up. And now with speed, here come the Drop Bears again. And it's Michaela Phipps who tries to get onto a forehand. In the end, though, ran out of room. The cross-ice pass, though, was intercepted, picked up by Zhang, who unfortunately for the Drop Bears carried the puck out of the zone. A little bit predictable there. You can kind of read what Zhang's going to do. Every time she gets the puck, she just handles it, as opposed to passing it and then waits, which is causing a lot of opportunities to be lost by the Drop Bears. Just on 3.5 minutes to play. The puck is brought out. Marshall having to race back quickly, chasing Clark. Clark's got room, tries to get onto the forehand, but pushed into the corner there. Williams is there too. And it's ridden all the way around into the far corner and then out of the zone. But just hooked in. It looked like it might have come out, and finally it does. Having to go back now and pick it up with this, getting the skates on there. Forward has to go back and get it. Turns, pivots, goes cross ice. Lucky to get away with that one. Lazaro was in the way, and Lazaro gets this one instead, but now here come the Honeybadgers. They get the puck into the zone. Williams was back there and shoveled it out. Now it's behind the net. Bobby Clark has it, turns, tries to get a backhander into the slot. It'll be played out instead, though, by the Drop Bears with 2.5 minutes now to go in the game. We're all tied up at 1 goal apiece. Lazaro tries to stick tap from behind. Might work on juniors. A shot attempted there by Urquhart wouldn't quite go, and it's cleared out of the zone. Williams will race back now to get it with time. They see the threat, the West Australians. Parker going in to put some pressure on and deploy Williams of space. Parker chases behind the net, though, which opens up a gap. Williams now with room. Goes on her own past 1, past 2. Gets past 3. Goes to score the goal. But in the last line of defence, Eleanor Watson just managed to get a body in the way. Lily Williams showing some great individual skill, but in the end just getting a little bit too close. And Watson just drops down at a butterfly and closes the gap, and there's no hole at all. 1 minute and 42 to go. Score all tied up, 1 goal apiece. Face off that time won by Desjardins onto the boards. Tara Phillips though battles with it. It gets out of the zone, not able to keep it in was Woods, and chipping it through was Olofsson. Olofsson on the forehand, shoots from a distance. It goes just a smidge wide of the net. Christian watched that one go past. And now they play the puck up to Zucks, who wisely puts it into high slot. The players are battling there, a lot of traffic. Going in now to pick it up is Desjardins. Desjardins clears the puck out of the zone just, but that's all you need to do. Makes a lovely pass across. Found the stick of Urquhart, of Phipps, but couldn't quite collect it. Now back the other way with a minute to go. Here come the Honeybadgers. Can they score on this one? It's in the slot. Shot was fired. It was a great chance there by Taylor. Couldn't quite finish it off. Committed there is Christian on the ground. Second chance. Body sprawling around all over the place, but the Drop Bears will get it back the other way. Just 35 seconds to go in the game as we are topsy-turvy. Just backhanding it. Phillips gets the stick again. Robbed, though, by Zucks. Zucks tried to play it up. Ends up on the stick now of Olofsson. Olofsson caught on the half boards. 20 seconds to go in the game. So they battle behind the boards now. They skate through Gretzky's office. fresh legs on the ice for the Drop Bears. It's a good time for a change, but the whistle will blow and the clock will stop with 11.7 seconds to go. We will have a face-off. Question for the Honeybadgers now is, do they stack the line and get all their players in close and work on the theory that McNabb can turn this into a shot on the net and they just crash it with as many players in as close as possible. There's only 11 seconds to go. Face-off was won by the West Australians, but they don't get a shot out of it. Marshall clears the puck out of the zone. Just 3 seconds to go now. That's going to do it. McNabb just dumps it down the other end, but the clock will beat all of them. And at the end of it all, 21 shots to 7, but 1 goal apiece, Badgers and Drop Bears. We are all tied up at the end of the game. That will temporarily put the Honeybadgers onto the top of the ladder, but their win percentage will stay the same. I think we'll just double check that when the results are put together, and you'll see that on the hockey site. But that concludes our coverage of this evening. There will be games tomorrow morning. You can look up when the schedule and the draw is on hockey site. You'll see who's doing what tomorrow. But tomorrow morning at the Reds will be playing the Furies at 8:15 a.m, so neither of these teams. And the Annihilators will be playing the Fairy Lights at 7:10 a.m, and they'll be back at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for the Stingrays and the Furies. These two teams, the Honeybadgers, will be playing at 4 p.m. tomorrow. That's Melbourne time, of course. And the Drop Bears will be playing at 5. So a busy day tomorrow. Will be hockey from 3 o'clock in the afternoon all the way through again till 10:30 at night. So we live, eat, sleep and breathe hockey here at iceHQ. Thank you very much for being with us. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage for these first 2 days of the CCM National Women's Tournament. And we will see you tomorrow, or you'll see us anyway, tomorrow for more hockey. Bring it on.